There's an excessive fear of grace. He's preaching too much on grace. We're all going to end up leaving the church. He's not preaching works enough. Wake up. It's not that simple that suddenly one little lesson or one little disagreement suddenly throws you into a tailspin that you don't believe the truth anymore. And just because somebody at church says something you don't agree with doesn't mean the church is apostatized. So I'm just saying these are excessive fears. I'll walk you through it really quick. These are excessive fears that we don't really need to have. These are just 7 of them. It's not everything. We have an excessive fear of responsibility. We really have a problem with some of our people stepping up to do things they really ought to do. We have an excessive fear of deficiency. I'm scared to death to teach and baptize somebody because I might not get everything done and their big toe might not be saved. We have an excessive fear of gullibility, that suddenly, the truth is that it must be more complicated than what I'm reading. I can't just believe it as it is. We have an excessive fear of simplicity. We're scared to death of just letting the Bible speak for itself sometimes. I got to explain it to everybody. We have excessive fear of polity. We think, we don't have any leadership, but then we quote Brother so-and-so, and you better know he was right. And that's just not true. I don't have to do what Brother so-and-so said. I have to do what the Bible says. We have an excessive fear of hypocrisy and of apostasy. There are good fears, a respectful fear of God, His Word. Amen. It should make you shake in your boots. You disagree with the Bible, you ought to be nervous. But as we've seen, many of our fears are really actually kind of wrong and sinful, and we hang on to them, and they don't do us any good. Many of our fears are excessive, and what they end up doing is hinder us from even trying. We're so afraid sometimes of doing the wrong thing, we end up doing nothing at all.